friends! Welcome back to my channel, my dear knitters. Today we will knit this simple, light, and super stylish summer t-shirt. It fits perfectly thanks to the ZERO RAGLAN technique, which I will tell you about a little later. We will use a wonderful summer yarn, Yarn Art Linen Soft. Just look at how beautifully this fabric drapes. It has this wonderful, barely noticeable semi-matte shine, thanks to the blend of linen and viscose. For this t-shirt, you will need 4mm knitting needles and about 2 or 3 skeins of linen soft yarn. Grab your tools and let's get started. So, what exactly is a ZERO raglan, and why is it so awesome? Well, unlike a classic raglan where you allocate stitches for the sleeves right from the start, with a ZERO raglan, your sleeve stitches start at 0. This means that in the beginning, you only have stitches for the back, the front, and the 4 raglan lines. The sleeves expand gradually through increases. This gives you a perfect anatomical fit around the shoulders. No bulkiness, no saggy fabric, just a beautiful fit. Now, how many stitches do we need to cast on? For our neckline, using Yarn Art Linen Soft, we're going with a universal count. We'll need 96 stitches, plus 1 extra stitch to join our knitting beautifully in the round.
Okay, let's grab our needles and yarn. Cast on 96 stitches using the long tail of the cast-on or any other elastic method you like, plus 1 extra, so there are 97 stitches in total. Now, carefully straighten all the stitches along the braid. Make sure the cast-on edge is facing inwards and not twisted anywhere. Yarn over the last stitch to join it to the circle, and pull the ends of the yarn tight. We're starting with a 2x2 rib. Just 2 knits, 2 purls. This linen soft yarn is very soft to the touch, but try to keep the tension even. We need to cast on exactly 5 stitches this way. See you at the end of the 5th round. The 2x2 elastic is ready. Now the most important thing is to place the stitch markers. We have a total of 96 stitches. We will allocate 44 stitches for both the front and back, 2 stitches for each sleeve, and 4 stitches for the raglan lines themselves. That's 1 stitch per line. Place our markers in a circle. We will knit 1 raglan stitch, place markers around it. Then knit 44 purl stitches, and place markers around the next raglan stitch. Next come the 2 sleeve stitches. Mark 1 more raglan stitch, then knit 44 purl stitches, and mark the last raglan stitch. The last 2 stitches remain for the second sleeve. Everything adds up perfectly to exactly 96 stitches. Now, let's start working on forming a short row, lifting the back neck. This is very important so that the shirt fits perfectly, does not tighten, and the front neckline does not suffocate you. We will knit in short rows, that is. We will turn the work and knit back and forth along the back, gradually lifting the raglan and sleeve loops. Watch carefully. Knit along the back loops, increase before the raglan marker, and then turn the work to the wrong side using the wrap and turn method, or German short row, and knit in the wrong way. Once the short rows are done, we can switch back to knitting fully in the round. Now, let me show you how to properly make the raglan increases, so they look neat and perfectly symmetrical. Before the marker, we make an increase by throwing a new loop onto the needle as shown in the video, and after the marker, we cast on another loop. We repeat these increases 4 times in total, before each raglan line and after each marker, and work like this until the end of the round. In the next round, we'll just knit these increases as regular knit stitches. We'll keep going like this, doing an increase round every other round, until our raglan line reaches 18 centimeters. After that, I start doing increases every 3rd round. This means you do an increase round, and then work 2 plain rounds instead of just 1. Make sure to try the T on at this stage. And here are the measurements you should aim for. XS to S. Knit the raglan line to a length of 20 to 22 centimeters, approximately 8 to 8.5 inches. M. Knit the raglan line to a length of 22 to 24 centimeters, approximately 8.5 to 9.5 inches. L to XL. Knit the raglan line to a length of 24 to 27 centimeters, approximately 9.5 to 10.5 inches. Our yoke is ready, and it already has a great anatomical shape. Now it's time to separate the sleeves from the body. We'll temporarily leave the sleeve stitches aside,
Using a tapestry needle, we'll transfer them onto scrap yarn or holder needles. Next, to make sure the tee fits comfortably and doesn't pull under the arms, we need to create the underarms. On the right needle, we're just going to cast on 8 to 10 extra stitches using the backward loop method, just looping the yarn over your finger. Right after that, join and continue onto the front stitches. Repeat the exact same thing on the other side. And that's it. The sleeves are out of the way now, and we can switch to knitting the body of our tee fully in the round. We'll work in stockinette stitch for about 26 to 28 centimeters, approximately 10 to 11 inches. If you prefer a longer fit, feel free to knit more, and definitely try it on as you go. I finished knitting the body of the tee to the length I need. Just look at how lightweight and drapey this fabric turns out. To make sure the bottom edge matches the neckline, we're switching back to a 2x2 rib and working exactly 5 rounds, just like we did at the very beginning. After that, it's time to bind off. I recommend using a standard, basic bind-off method. Or, of course, you can just use your favorite go-to method. Once you've secured the last stitch, snip the yarn and weave it in on the wrong side. Now, let's head back to our sleeves. Transfer the held stitches back onto your working needles. Grab a new strand of yarn and pick up the stitches from our underarm, those same 8 to 10 stitches we cast on earlier. Here's a little tip. Pick up 1 or 2 extra stitches on the sides to avoid any gaps or holes in the corners of the armpit. Then, in the very first round, just knit them together with the adjacent stitches. Knit the sleeve in the round to your desired length. You can keep it super short, literally just a few rounds of ribbing, or make it longer, whatever you prefer. Once you're done, bind off and snip the yarn. Next, take a tapestry needle or a crochet hook and carefully weave in all the yarn tails on the wrong side. After that, it's time to give our tee a good block, wet blocking. Hand wash it in cool water, gently squeeze out the excess water using a towel, and lay it flat to dry. And here is our final result. Just look at this beauty after washing. The yarn art linen. Soft yarn opened up incredibly well. The linen became so much softer, it got this lovely drape and weight. And all the stitches flattened out beautifully. The Zero Raglan fits perfectly. Plus, the slub effect of the yarn created such a gorgeous texture. It honestly looks like a complex stitch pattern rather than just basic stockinette stitch. Thank you so much for knitting along with me. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what color you chose for your tee. Wishing you happy knitting and even stitches, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.